Surprise probies! We're going to start a new series called Sunday Phasmo Extras, where we go through some of the topics that you might have questions on. Today, we're going to be going through the journal. So just as a bit of a disclaimer, any keybinds that I talk about are going to be the default keybinds on PC because I don't have Phasmo on console. So to access your journal, you can hit escape and that'll just bring up the pause menu, and you can go through some of your statistics and you can get to the journal that way, or you can just hit J to get right to the journal, and the journal will open up to whatever page you had open last. So for example, if I open the media tab and go to the video page and then close the journal and then open it up again, it's going to open up to the videos. So the easiest way for me to show you the journal is for us to jump into a contract. So let's go to Tanglewood. Alright, so as you can see, the board shows you the case number and the name of the ghost, and it shows you your optional objectives. And if you go into the journal, if you go to the overview page, that'll show you the same information. And any of the keys that you pick up will show up right in this section here. And you've got your optional objectives listed, so you'll know as soon as you get one of the objectives, you'll get a red check mark, so you'll know that you've completed it. So let's get into the map. First, of course, we have to grab the key so that we can actually get in there. And as you can see, we've got that first key. Now, this is on professional, so the breaker's going to be off right now. But this is Tanglewood, so it's only going to be one of two places. So we'll get the power on real quick. And I could have looked at the map in the truck to figure out where it was. But as I say, this is Tanglewood. It's only going to be one of two places. So going back to the main entrance, we're just going to get the hallway light on. And we'll turn on this lamp. And when you enter some of the houses like Tanglewood, Ridgeview, Edgefield, Willow Street, there's going to be a car key in either in a plate or in a little basket, and you pick that up and it's going to show up in your journal. So the next tab is the media tab, so you can see, you'll be able to see your photos and your videos and any of the sounds that you've recorded, and you'll be able to delete 3 in total. So keep that in mind. We've already found the ghost room. It's in the garage, and I didn't turn this light on. So if you get a piece of evidence or a behavior that cancels out a ghost, for example, if the ghost turns on a light, you cross out that ghost type. So because it turned on the light in the garage, we know it's not a mare. We're going to quickly zip downstairs. And that was a ghost event, which you can actually get a photo and a video of that particular one. And that's also an example of an event that certain ghost types won't do. So, an Oni does not do that mist ball event. And there we go, we got our first photo of the summoning circle. If we'd gotten a duplicate, you would hit that button to delete it. Obviously, since we don't have any duplicate photos, we don't want to delete that. You can get audio of ghost events too. So let's see if the ghost will go up. Oh, there's the ghost. Come on. Oh, got that recorded and got us a photo. You can take photos of the different forms of the ghost. So here we have the translucent ghost. If the ghost had manifested in a physical form, so a more solid form, you could also get a photo of that. And so we've got a photo of an EMF reading, and we got a video of the fire being extinguished, and we got audio of the ghost event, and you can play back the audio. Some of them are kind of loud. If we wanted, we could get audio of the lantern being blown out. The Tier 3 sound recorder has a compass in the corner, so it'll lead you towards the sound. Alright, so this ghost has given us ghostwriting, and we have spirit box. So when you get evidence, you want to mark it in your journal. And because we have ghostwriting, we can cross out the mimic, because the mimic will not give ghostwriting, EMF 5, or dots. So as soon as you get one of those three, you can immediately cross out the mimic. Now, because we have Spirit Box, one other thing you can do is you can actually record the Spirit Box response. Where are you?
Close-knit.
Alright, so currently our options are Spirit, Poltergeist, Moroi, or Diogen. If you're lower than level 30, you won't be able to get a Diogen. As soon as you hit level 30 for the first time, you'll be able to get a Diogen. So what we can do is, taking a look at our options, we can go to the Ghosts tab. If it was a Spirit, we would be looking to see if we have EMF 5. If it's a Poltergeist, we would get Ultraviolet. If it's a Moroi, we would get Freezing. And if it's a Dio, we would get Dots. You can check doors and light switches for Ultraviolet. And you can also use Salt. So there we go. Now you're going to mark that. And we've got a Poltergeist. And there we go. Nice bonus Pulty Bomb for us. Now let's make our way out, because for every object that gets thrown, you lose 5% sanity. And I lit one of the candles on the summoning circle to drop my sanity a little to try and increase the ghost's activity. So, we are definitely in hunting range. Now, as you can see, because we got a photo of the EMF reading, we have that objective checked off on the board. And if you go into the overview tab, it's also checked off right here. Now, if you're trying to figure out what things you can capture as media, these are some of the options for photos. These are some of the options for video recordings. Think of it this way. If it's something that's moving, you're going to want to catch a video of it. So the disturbed salt, for example. In the past, you used to be able to take a photo of it. But now, the idea is that it's less of a trust me bro approach and more of a, see, this salt got disturbed and there was no visible person walking through it. So that would be something that you would take a video recording of. And then sound recordings. So the Spirit Box responses, ghost events, ghost hunts, although those are a little risky to try and catch, and just some of the sounds. You can also record the sound of the crucifix burning. You can record the sound of an EMF 5, and you can record the sound of the firelight being blown out. So those are all options. We've got our photos. We've got a couple videos, and we've got our sounds. I did use up one of the deletes because I wanted to record the Spirit Box response. So we've got one less delete option, but we've got our ghost circled. If you don't circle the ghost before you leave, it won't count as you having correctly identified the ghost. So make sure you circle the ghost, and make sure you cross off evidence as you go, so that way it eliminates the ghosts that it can't be. If you're playing a contract where one or more pieces of evidence are hidden, you don't want to cross off any evidence, because any evidence that you're not seeing could simply be a hidden piece of evidence. So you have to be careful on that. And as you saw in the ghost types page, it shows you what types of evidence you're going to be looking for, and it gives you a little bit of information about the ghosts. So for example, a wraiths, think of them as ghosts that float over the ground. They're not going to step in salt. They're scared of salt, so they're not going to step in it. So you're not going to get disturbed salt if you have a wraith. Wraiths are also the ones that have a tendency to teleport to you, so you definitely have to be careful of them. So, that was the journal. Let's get out of here.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
so that was a quick overview of the journal. Hope you found it helpful. Leave a comment below if there's anything you want me to go over, and I will see you in a couple of days for the next episode of Journal of a Phasmophobia Intern, and we're going to try something a little different for that one. It's going to be more of a live stream found footage style, so drop a comment and let me know what you think. If you have any maps that you want me to go to, any challenges you want me to try, let me know. And if there are topics you want me to cover in these Sunday Phasmo Extras, let me know. I think that's going to be it, probies. Get some rest. I'll see you next time.